This little kitten was found in a shoebox by a bin with only 3 legs. But now he's living here at a shelter in Sheffield. I'm Izzy and I visit different animal shelters across the UK, raising awareness on the ones you don't often see on mainstream media. And today we've come to the Sheffield Cat Shelter. This shelter goes all the way back to 1897. It was started by a lady called Jane Barker and her sister.
They just loved cats. So they started this and it's now been going for 129 years. It's gone through like 2 world wars, pandemics, and all it's done is keep growing, and Cats of Sheffield still need us today.
Now the shelter helps around 300 cats every year, and today we'll be meeting some that are looking for loving homes right now, some of which have been through the most traumatic experiences.
He was found by a dog walker in a shoebox just placed by a bin. She was living out on the street, she was stray, she was heavily pregnant when a couple found her. She was brought to our doorstep, no contact beforehand, very heavily pregnant. The poor thing was really stressed. He's about 2 weeks old now. He came to us on Friday, so he's been with us a couple of days now and he's doing extremely well. The cat team are having to feed him every 2 hours, so it is around the clock care when it is a little kitten this tiny. He does only have 3 legs and we are unsure of what happened. He was found by a dog walker in a shoebox just placed by a bin. So luckily he's now in the right place and we do have high hopes that he is going to do very well. And as you can see with him wiggling around, he is growing strong and gaining weight like he should. Dumpling, who can't go in at the moment, especially with her being such a new mum. She gets very anxious around people with her kittens, so let's not stressing her out, we're staying out here to tell her story. So Dumpling is about 2 years old, not 2 years old yet, but she's coming up for it, so I'd say still a kitten herself, and at the moment she is feeding 4 5-week-old kittens. She was originally found as a stray last year with 4 kittens. The person who found her brought the kittens into the shelter. We got them all rehomed. So they decided that they wanted to keep the mum. We rehomed all 4 of the kittens. Of course, they were neutered, spayed, vaccinated before going to homes. We did offer help to the new owner, offered to get her neutered. They didn't take up on that offer, and sadly 6 months later she was brought to our doorstep, no contact beforehand, very heavily pregnant, and it was 2 days later after being with us she gave birth during the day, which meant she was very stressed. Cats would normally give birth at night, so it was during the day, during a really busy time in the shelter, so the poor thing was really stressed. But she had a smooth delivery, luckily. All 4 kittens were born. They're about 5 weeks old now, doing good, growing. But yeah, as a new mum, she's still very anxious and nervous. So right next to us, making biscuits over in the corner, is Mandor. She's around about the same age as Dumpling and has a similar story. She was living out on the street, she was stray, she was heavily pregnant when a couple found her, took her in, fed her, looked after her. But once she'd given birth and the kittens were up on their feet and running around like kittens do, it became very overwhelming for the couple. So they brought her into us and she settled in well. She has since been spayed and can now be split up from her kittens because they are now old enough, and she can get a well-deserved rest. And also there's the risk of after being spayed, if she was still with her kittens, them climbing all over her and opening up a wound. And she's still a young mum herself, so she deserves that rest. As you can see, she very much enjoys having a peace and quiet. So we have 3 little kittens called Rain, Droplet and Model, which may sound like an odd name, but they originally came from a household with 9 cats, and the person was feeling a bit overwhelmed, reached out for help, so she rehomed 6 of them with us. We took them on. We offered help with the 3 of the cats she had left to get them neutered. Sadly, one had just given birth, but these are the 3 kittens we have at the moment. So when they were ready to come away from mum, they've come to us, and now all the females left at that house can get neutered. But the last 6 that came in, they were all named after rivers, so that's why we've got a theme of water going on. When we get like big groups, we normally like to give them a little theme just to make them easier. So that's why the odd name there. But it just shows the work we do. We don't only just help the cats that are coming in. If there are still cats in the home, we provide that type of help as well. It's not just cats coming in, it's if someone is wanting to get their cat neutered and need that extra support. If someone's cats just have babies but they do want to keep the cat, obviously we'll provide help, any information they need while that kitten is growing, and then when they're old enough to be away from mum, they can come to us. And then we raise them, get them neutered when they're old enough, vaccinated, and won't be long till they're looking for their own little homes.
So what are the main takeaways from visiting this shelter? Well, firstly, neutering is crucial. There's a huge vicious cycle at the moment where cats are just let out on the streets, unneutered. This is not only stressful for the cats, especially when it happens to them more than once, but it also creates a huge pressure for shelters as they have to deal with an influx of kittens. Secondly, support is out there. Shelters like the Sheffield Cat Shelter provide support for neutering and the cost of it, and are always there to help if people are feeling overwhelmed when it comes to cat ownership. And lastly, if you do see a cat that is in need out on the streets like little Jimmy, then do go to your local shelter immediately and always provide them with information as to the cats that you have found. Don't just dump them on their doorsteps. If you want to support the Sheffield Cat Shelter, then their details will be in the description. And do make sure you subscribe to help spread the word about shelters like these. And I'll see you in the next one.